Everyone, stick with us versus her. We're going to be covering AMC stock, something I haven't actually recovered in maybe a year. I mean, it's been a minute since like the meme mania and everything like that. But today it caught my eye in terms of what is going on with AMC. So we're going to be looking at the chart. We're going to be looking at the data and how I came to the conclusion that there might be a potential short squeeze in play here. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be like going up to where it was before. I'm not saying it's going to go to $1,000 or $100 or $500 a share. Crazy. Let's, at UVH, we're realistic here, but something could be at play. Okay, so let's just kind of take a look at the chart real quick, and I'll bring in some data. We have AMC right now. Obviously, a year ago was 61, the 52-week chart. We can actually pull back a little bit, but let's take a look. Right now, a little bit of a double bottom here around $10 a share, and it's been holding. Let's zoom in. Okay, it's been holding. Had a nice double bottom here around $10 a share, and it's kind of been chopping sideways. Now we're in the summer months. This is where you have the peak blockbuster movies coming out. Obviously, we had Top Gun. We got other movies coming out that summer that are supposedly going to bring people back into the theaters. And I'll be honest with you, I went to the theaters and it's been jam packed. I mean, I think everyone's done with the whole thing. I'm not gonna say it because YouTube is gonna flag me for vaccines and stuff like that. We're not talking about that. But looks like the entertainment business is back. People are going out to see movies. However, the stock price not really reflecting that. It's kind of just sitting here. Right now it's just sitting here. I will say today was interesting. It did close above the 50-day moving average. So my gold line here is the 50-day moving average. It did close here on June 27th, but the next day, they slammed the door shut, closed below. But this is what I like about it. I like that it is closing above the 50-day moving average. It's using the this hopefully as a base, spacing out here around $10, $12 a share, and potentially could, I think it could potentially squeeze up to like 16.20. I don't know if it'll get up to 25 like it did back in here, but this is back in March. It very well could. But let's look at the data and kind of see what's going on here, right? So in terms of short interest has been increasing a little bit here. I do have some data that it is lagging. One thing that I don't like, which you do see on the chart, is in terms of trading volume today. Trading volume was rather low. Average is 50 million shares. Today was 25 million shares. I don't like that there was almost no volume on this, half the regular volume. And you'll see it down here as well. Volume last couple of days has been, relatively low. Okay. So I don't like that there's been pretty low volume. Maybe it's going to catch up. We are going into 4th of July holiday. The markets have been moving a little bit weird lately. Other thing is short interest right now. People are like, well, shorts never lift. Shorts have been, from a high of 5 billion. Now we're coming down to this was as of June 15th. So this data is a little bit lagging, 1.44 billion. So this data is, it's probably a little bit higher right now, but kind of chopping between $1 to $2 billion. Okay. And I guess you could say $1.5 to $2 billion in terms of short interest. And right now, it's just holding. My question is for shorts, as a trader, are you trying, why are you trying to short it, and what are you still hoping for at this point in the trade, right? Sure, you're probably underwater. At $13 a share, what are you expecting to get out of this? Let's go back over the last couple of years. Before the epic run, we had here up into $72 a share. We had it basically chopped around 7 to 10, right? And this was before it came from $2. So 2020, 2021 came along, and stimulus started to get printed, penny stocks, meme stocks, you name it, started going crazy, right? And we had an epic short squeeze here from $1.91 up to $20 a share. Now the question is, if you're short, I'm just trying to think of this from a short perspective, and just being realistic here. If you're short, let's say $20 a share, at $18 a share, and it's 13, just cover that, book the profits or whatever. But if you're shorting at $1 or $2 a share, you get what's coming to you, right? You get what is coming to you. And if you didn't short Like, what are you waiting for? Like, if you didn't short up into 72 or 50 or 60, you're waiting, and it's $13 a share. Like, what are you waiting for? And that same goes for our buddy over here at AQR. Came out today, and I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but it's unfortunate. It's Asness or Asness. I don't know, but his name is unfortunate with this. He came out today saying, he had a short position, called out meme traders. I'm not gonna play the clip for you, but you can do that on your own time. I don't know if they're gonna hit me with a copyright strike or not. But why are you trying to short at $10, $13? I mean, the play's over. The short play is over. Why are you trying to short? Are you just trying to stick it to the meme traders, retail traders? And if that's the truth, you're gonna get everything that's coming to you, and no one's gonna feel bad for you if you're shorting at $10, $13 a share. I mean, as this stock, looking at the chart, as this stock is basing out here, and you're trying to short it. Like, what are you expecting it to go to $5 a share, $2 a share? You just want to be right, and that's the whole thing. Same thing goes for meme traders. You just want to be right. And, it could just chop here for a very, very long time. Maybe we're all wrong. We're just going to chop here. It's going to stick between $10 and $15, and it's going to be there for 5 years, right? Maybe that's the case. Because, in terms of, like, AMC business, it's not, it is what it is. I don't see them growing. I don't see them building new movie theaters. And even if you look at, institutional holding, owned by insiders. When we look at insider holdings, not even 1% of the current stock is held by insiders. 32% is held by institutions. But 0.20% is held by insiders. So the CEO, we all know he was unloading when the stock was going crazy. But if this thing was, if the people at the company really believe in the stock, they would be buying, but they're not, right? They own barely any of the stock right now. Most of it's probably owned by retailer. You got 31% owned by institutions. But if you're trying to short down here, you're asking for it. And I just don't get the short play. If you didn't short this whole leg down, and you're just trying to short now, you're kind of late to the party. And I don't really understand what the remaining short interest. If we're looking at the short interest again, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for it to go down to $2, $5? At this point, move on. If you shorted up in $50, $60 a share, $40 a share, even if you shorted at $20 a share, you would have won. And now anything after that, it's a high risk play to short, which, obviously there's been some shorts and people are putting in new short positions. And I definitely think, if this could break, once this breaks the 100-day, which is right here, $16 a share, if this can break it, I think it'll have some really nice momentum. I would definitely pay attention to where it got rejected here. It went up to 35. But, we're talking about a 100% run from here, potentially, which, would be short-lived. I would imagine like it did back in here. But that's why we're trying to get in at the bottom, book your profits. And, if you have any comments, let me know. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.